I know, I'll be down in a second. I can't find one of my running shoes, and Coach says if this happens again, I can't run at sectionals.
Hurry up! Jeremy still has to pick up Megan and Jillian. You're gonna make everyone late.
I gotta find that shoe. The printer's jammed.
Christopher!
I gotta get organized. Sorry. I'm coming.
What's with the bare feet?
Couldn't find two shoes that match.
You know, every day it's something different with you. I mean, you're my friend, but you're a mess.
I have been waiting 15 minutes.
It's not me. Chris is always late.
Chris, you need to get organized. It's so irritating.
Just get in the car.
Wait! My wallet and my makeup are not in my backpack.
Can we go to school now?
Sorry, I put my stuff in my purse when I went out last night.
Why don't you just put your purse in your backpack?
Which purse?
Megan, get organized.
Jillian worked late last night. She's gonna come to school later.
We have a Spanish test second period. She is always at that job. I think Jillian needs to put school first.
Not my problem.
Watch out, and it might be in a couple of years.
Don't be so mean.
Okay, here's mean. You guys can ride the bus starting tomorrow. You're stressing me out. Chris, you're a mess. Megan, you're disorganized. Jillian is a time management disaster.
Jeremy, you are totally irritating. I hate to admit this, but you're also totally right.
Chris, Megan, and Jillian are disorganized in different ways. Chris can't find what he needs in his cluttered room. Plus, he leaves everything to the last minute. Megan doesn't have any kind of system to keep her school materials and personal items where they need to be. Jillian has her priorities out of sync. She works to make a few extra dollars for herself, but her schoolwork is suffering. All three of them have problems managing time. Being disorganized is hurting their grades and their personal lives.
I'll make you a deal. Get your acts together and you can get back in my carpool.
Would you be able to ride in Jeremy's car? Can you relate even a little bit with Chris, Megan, and Jillian? Just how organized are you? A total mess? A neat freak? Or somewhere in between, knowing where every paperclip is, but not sure when your term paper is due? Not sure you'd know organized if you saw it? You wouldn't be alone. Students who are organized study and relax in a space that is free of clutter and distractions. Organized students can quickly find their school materials in their lockers, backpacks, and notebooks. They plan ahead for success by organizing their time, goals, and activities. Professional organizer Monica Friel has helped many students organize their rooms.
Hi, Scott. I'm here to get you organized today.
Making sense of the clutter in your living space, school materials, and time will make room for better grades, less stress, more self-confidence, and more time for fun, family, and friends. But the biggest benefit is a fresh start. The opportunity to get your life on track for success now and in the future. One of the keys to your success in the workplace will be your ability to stay organized.
The average American spends 6 weeks per year looking for misplaced documents. That's a lot of time. That could be a long vacation. And it's a lot of time wasted, whereas maybe somebody at the same level who is organized might get the promotion.
We can do this.
I'm going to change the way I spend my time. I need to cut down on work and focus on school. That needs to be my major goal right now.
And it would be great to get a ride with Jeremy again.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing?
Organizing my room.
Why exactly would you want to organize your room? Sounds like a complete waste of time to me.
Come on, Matt. This room is a complete mess.
Chris doesn't have much choice. His messy, disorganized room is affecting his schoolwork and is even jeopardizing his place on the track team. He lets down his family. His friends aren't real happy with him either. And the final reason Chris is cleaning up his room...
Jeremy stopped taking me to school, and I don't like riding the bus.
That's cold.
I can't blame him. I was making him late for school. This clutter is killing me. Do you want to help?
You pick up. We'll go check out the kitchen.
Wow, Chris, this is quite the change.
This is amazing.
Well, I'm an organized kind of guy.
Where'd you put everything? Where did it all go?
Put it in drawers in my closet, threw a lot of stuff away.
Now for the test, Chris. How fast can you find your photos from homecoming?
Yeah. Got him.
Chris, you need a system for your stuff. Being organized is about finding things when you need them.
Well, the first thing you need to do is weed out and decide what you're going to keep and what you're going to get rid of. And things will fall into piles. You know, you'll have garbage, the throwaways, you'll have things that you want to donate or give away to charity. You may be having a yard sale or garage sale. And then, of course, the things you're going to keep. So I'm going to go through each item. Tell me if it's a yes or a no.
It's a yes.
That's a yes. Okay. So everything that you're not going to keep is going to get put into one of those piles, and then you're really left working with and organizing with the stuff that really needs to be there, and you know what that is.
Diving into a messy room can be a huge task. If you feel overwhelmed, break the job into smaller, more manageable pieces.
I don't need this either.
Once you put your room in order, you need a way to store the stuff that's important to you. That's where containers come in.
As a student, you know, you have all of your paperwork from school and your CDs and your videos and your video games or whatever it is. You need places for things to belong. So you need containers to put them in, whether it's a CD holder or a mesh or plastic bin to throw things into. When it is time to organize and you want to clean up your room, you know, you can do it quickly. You can do it easily, and you know where to put things.
There are all kinds of containers that can work in your space, including plastic, baskets, boxes, and wire. Use containers to organize your room with areas for studying, relaxing, and doing daily tasks like getting dressed.
It's easier to stay organized if you've designated places for certain tasks. For example, you need a place to sit down and do your studying so that you have everything handy there. So when you are studying, you have good light, you have notepads and good functioning pens and pencils and a sharpener, garbage can, recycle bin, and the same in your closet, that you have the clothes that you need handy, and just different things in your room designated for different activities.
A good step in organizing a space is to group seldom used items together out of the way of things you use every day.
If you're passionate about something and you have a collection, it should be displayed. However, it doesn't need to be right on the surface of your desk.
If you share a small space, like a dorm room, then organization becomes maybe even more important.
And in a dorm room, they make them small enough that they're tight, but they do also make them, you know, efficient so that everything should be able to fit. So you don't want to bring more than what you really need and what you really use.
You have done a good job. You got rid of what you don't need. You found a system to handle the items you keep in the places that are most efficient for your lifestyle. But can you keep up this organized way of life? Yes, but it takes a little time every day to stay on top.
You want to just create good systems for things, have places to put them, and you can clean it up quickly and you're much more efficient.
Wow, Chris, you're finally organized.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I got this box to put all my pictures in so I know where they are, and got this box to put all my...
Chris is optimistic now that he's organized his space and his life. He brought order to his personal space. He weeded out what he no longer needs and what he never needed. He organized his school and personal materials. He has a system to keep track of his belongings. And he plans to spend 5 or 10 minutes every day to keep his room as organized as it is now.
So are you going to keep up all this new neatness?
Absolutely. But first let me call Jeremy and get off the bus and into the carpool.
You seem stressed. What's up?
Jeremy kicked us out of his carpool.
While he was driving?
Of course not. Chris and Jillian and I are never ready when he picks us up in the morning. I'm not organized. I mean, he's sick of it. Or us. And so he told us that we have to take the bus until we shape up.
So what are you gonna do?
Do you think I want to wait in the rain for the bus? I'm gonna shape up.
Where are you gonna start?
I'm gonna start in my locker. Oh, there's my blue purse.
How does your locker compare to these? What's the best way to cram everything into a small space and quickly find what you need when you need it? The first thing to do is to take everything out of your locker. Decide which things need to be kept in the space and which items can be taken home or thrown away.
It's really important in your locker to not have more in there than what you need day to day in class. There's some great organizing tools out there for your locker. There's little shelves to put inside, little magnetic bins that can hold pencils and office and school supplies.
You can find products to help you organize your locker at container stores, office supply stores, and discount stores.
You must really want your ride back.
Looks great, doesn't it? These magnet organizers are so cool. I'm gonna go find Jeremy.
Wait, what about your backpack? You didn't know what was in your locker, in your backpack, or at home. Stick with that one.
You make a good point. A big one.
Backpacks. What's the big deal? You get a bag and you put your stuff in it. And if you don't have enough room, you get a bigger backpack. And when that is overloaded, you go huge. There has to be a better way. And there is. First, weed out everything you don't need to take back and forth to school. For example, you don't need to carry around old quizzes and homework assignments. Then designate a space for each category: books, homework, binder or notebook, and personal items. Organizing your schoolwork in a notebook or binder will make it easier to keep clutter out of your locker and backpack. There are all kinds of systems to choose from. Some have spaces for everything you might need throughout the day. Others are more streamlined to handle the basic essentials. A binder case lets you customize your system. A few basic supplies can help keep your backpack organized.
I got a bunch of stuff to organize all my papers and things. Here, let me show you. Okay, I'm so excited about it. Look at this.
Wow, is that a binder?
I got a binder that I can put like papers and folders in, and I can hold pens and pencils, and I can put all kinds of stuff in here. Discs and everything in here, I can put folders. And I also got this. So I can bring homework and tests and everything between home and school. I also have all of my personal things here. So if I need to take them out and put them in a purse and take them with me, I know where everything is. I can put books in here. And I got a flash drive, so I can work on my computer files at home and at school.
Taking control of your school materials includes keeping your electronic files organized. The priorities are to always back up your important files, to know where they are when you need them, and ensure that you're working on the right version of a particular document.
It's very important to even organize your electronic files and your papers. And, certainly you don't want 20 drafts of a certain term paper. And when you're saving the file, you want to make sure that you call it, version 3 or version 4 or whatever. But electronically, people do tend to save a lot more information than they really need to. And so just like organizing your desk or your dorm room, you want to go back and you want to go through those files on your computer and weed out and get rid of the paper and the email and all that you really don't need anymore.
Megan has created a system for organizing her school materials. It can work for you. She cleaned out her locker, Then use products to organize the items she wants to keep in the space. Megan used the same strategy to streamline her backpack. She has a folder for papers that need to be transferred to home files. Getting a new binder also makes it easier to keep track of papers. Finally, she uses a flash drive to take her electronic files back and forth from her home to school computers.
You know, getting organized makes a lot of sense.
So does getting back your ride to school.
Hey, Jillian. Can you work tomorrow night? Mike needs off, and I'm really stuck.
Jillian doesn't want to let down her boss, but she's worked 4 nights in a row, and it's having an effect on her grades, her friendships, and her sleep. She's exhausted. And then there's Jeremy. He stopped driving her to school because she wasn't ready on time. She weighs her decision.
Hey, Jillian.
Hey, guess what? I pulled my grade in geometry from a C to a B+. How'd you do?
Don't ask. I'm in a hole. I didn't get a good grade on that Edgar Allan Poe paper. Plus, I didn't study enough for those 2 history exams. I thought I could get by. I was wrong.
What advice would you give Jillian? How do you spend your time? Do you focus on goals and activities that are important to you and your future? To begin organizing your time, first decide what your priorities are. Then you can assign your time to your most important goals. Identify your goals. Then place them in order of importance to you. School, family, friends, after-school activities, job, social life. Let's see how this works. Jillian says school is most important to her, yet half the time she used to spend on her homework now goes to her job. She's stressed and frazzled. If she added social life and after-school activity time back into her schedule, that could bring balance to her life. Before you decide how to spend your time, you need to know what's expected of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would at this time take your planners out, I'll go over your assignments. As you can see, on Tuesday, we're going to be doing pages 5 and 6. On Wednesday, we're going to be doing pages 7 and 8.
What do you do when your teacher gives an assignment? Jot down the important points on a piece of paper that you'll do something with later? Listen to your teacher, hoping you'll remember what he said. Write all the details in your planner or calendar. It's pretty clear which is the best way to stay on top of your schoolwork. There are many planners and calendars which can help you keep track of what you have to do and when you have to do it. Some schools even issue a standard planner for all students.
Day timers and day planners, and calendars and all are so individual. Some people need a month at a glance, some people need 2 pages per day. And you really need to reevaluate that every year or so because your life changes and the amount that you're writing down in your calendar may change.
Before you write down how you'll spend your time in your new planner, take a day or 2 to see how you use your time right now. Then ask yourself, does my schedule match up with my priorities and goals? You need to plan both for the short-term and for the long-term time. Turning in a homework assignment tomorrow is something you can easily record in a calendar. But what about a term paper? You can't schedule that for the day before. You'll want to plan out key milestones on the way to the due date. There are special planners just for long-term projects. Check for them in the school and office supply sections of stores.
I know so many students want to wait, procrastinate until the last minute and pull an all-nighter to get it done. But if you don't want to live with that stress, to try and just really designate time early on to get it done. And then the night before the term paper, when you've got it all finished and all your friends are pulling all-nighters, you can go celebrate.
The payoff for identifying your goals and planning your time will be better grades, more time for other activities, less stress, more time to relax, and more self-confidence.
Mr. J, I hate to let you down, but I just can't work tomorrow night. I have a term paper due in a couple of days, and I'm really behind. My grades aren't as good as they used to be.
How about this? I'll schedule you 2 nights a week, and then in the summer you can work as much as you want. Deal?
Jillian made a lot of progress in managing her time. Her strategy could work for you. She took a good long look at how she was spending time. Too much of her energy was going to her job. She identified her goals and discovered that her main concern was school. She reevaluated her priorities and planned her time to match her goals. She uses a planner to make sure she keeps her short-term and long-term time management on track.
It's the new and improved me. I figured out how to schedule my time, plus I'm getting some sleep.
It's my new and improved and organized carpool.